If you don't have a cash deposit and you don't have properties with existing usable equity in them, then you need to go and find it before you start investing. One of the ways that you can get started with a lower deposit is you can try and apply for a higher LVR loan. So these are often available through non-bank lenders. A trade-off of going for a non-bank lender or a high LVR loan is that you'll probably pay more in fees and or a higher interest rate. If you're working with a bank and you're going for a higher LVR loan, often you'll have to have a higher UMI servicing pass if they're going to approve this type of loan. Some other ways that you can increase your deposit is continuing saving, or you can ask someone else to get involved. So that could be the bank of mum and dad, or it could be going into partnership with a friend or a family member to invest, or you could look to sell down some assets. So if you've got 2 cars and you only need one, maybe you could sell this to get a lump sum payment. The bank of mum and dad is when you ask your parents to help you out to get started in investing. So they can do this in either of 2 ways. They can either give you the cash if they've got it, or they can help guarantee your deposit through existing equity that they've got in their own house. The way this works is exactly as we've discussed in previous lessons. Apart from, rather than using your equity in your houses to support your investment property, your parents are using theirs to support yours. There are a couple of reasons why the bank of mum and dad might help you out. Number 1, they might just love you and want to help you out. Number 2, they might look at co-investing with you as well and you share in the profits. Remember, if you are using the bank of mum and dad, you're going to be paying the interest on that loan. So it's not going to actually cost them anything if they've got usable equity which isn't being used anyway. To have this conversation with your parents, I'd say sitting down over a glass of wine is a good first step and actually outline how it would all work and how you intend to secure their property without exposing them to any great detail of risk. What you'll often find is that people don't actually realise that they can help out their kids this way. So by initiating this conversation or showing them this course, maybe that'll help with some productive conversations and moving forward with your investment journey. If you're starting out with a relatively low amount of usable equity in your own home, you can increase this by paying down your mortgage at a faster rate to build your equity. You can add value to your own home or you can buy investment properties and add value to them. By adding value, I mean purchasing properties where you can renovate cosmetically to be able to make them more attractive to the market. That will increase the value so that then you can recycle that equity and buy more investments. Which is the right strategy? If you're a professional and you don't have a lot of time or you've got kids and a busy family life, then probably you stick to doing that and paying down your mortgage at a more aggressive rate. If on the other hand, you're a tradesperson or a builder and you've got some specific skills that allow you to add value, then that's a great option. So this is going to be most relevant for people who have started out with their own house in the last few years and so don't have a huge amount of equity in their own home. If you've owned your home for a number of years and you've got a lot of equity in it, then you can kind of skip the step of having to add value to your existing home and or investment properties in a quick period of time. So remember, if you are young and starting out and you don't have a lot of equity in your own home at the moment, just remember that you do have time on your side. You can be investing over the next 20, 30, 40 years. So you don't need to do everything all at once in a great hurry. You can take your time to build your portfolio successfully and slowly.